What's going on, paisanos? V here. So today, we're doing a market watch. Normally I do them on Mondays, but we just had a YCS in Sydney, Australia. You will know it's from Sydney, Australia, because if you watch the goddamn commentary, they could not stop mentioning the fact that YCS was from, wait for it, Sydney, Australia. Literally, every Yugioh player from Sydney, Australia was mentioned. And you know what? He's from Australia. Not Space Australia, just regular Australia. So in case you didn't watch the YCS Sydney Australian Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Championship Series, focused and located in, happened to be Sydney, Australia, not Melbourne, fuck them, Sydney, Australia. If you so happen to watch that of Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, well, guess what? The commentators will not stop telling you the fact that that Yu-Gi-Oh! Event happened in Sydney, Australia. It's true. Alright guys, looking at the legendary Duelist system of Rose, the prices are tanking like I said they were going to do. This is obviously what's going to happen. Now, they're not selling too heavily, but they're still selling enough so we know that these two currently are the money cards. Happy Perfumer, which is currently market price showing to be about $15, but we're seeing it here for roughly around $14. Urgent Schedule, which is about $13, is actually about $12. These are still both dropping. And I feel like a lot of this set is going to drop down heavily, and then we'll see about 1, 2, maybe even 3 cards to show value. That's what I think it's going to happen. But currently right now, we're looking at other cards like Feather Rest, which is also dropping. Everything's just dropping in Heartbeat set. This is what was going to happen. That has gorgeous artwork. That card's cool as hell. But everything, no matter, like I said, is just going down in value. So we really have to wait and see before we could go back in here and see what the fully settled value prices of these cards are. Little fun fact though, these cards are going to drop heavily. You know why? Because at the YCS event in you know where, Sydney, Australia, at that YCS event, we didn't see nothing about trains or heartbeats. This set came out this past Friday. Nothing happened with them. So the prices will continue to fall. Moving forward, guys, Rekindling, DT7. I went over this a while ago, but going back to Rekindling, it's about $1.50, hitting near $2. It's starting to get bought on the market. There's only 2 pages left, and the walls I was showing you the other day, on page 1, for the most part, are gone. There's 3 and a 5 wall. Going over here on page 2, there's a 2 and a 3 wall. The card is bottom out roughly around $10. I ain't gonna lie, I bought my place out of this for like nothingness on like eBay, I think it was. And I'm just gonna hold these. Why not? Screw it. If you guys want, you can still have a chance to buy them. I don't know why they're going in value, but it's Rekindling. And you don't really have to explain a lot for me to buy this card. I just like the card a lot. I love the artwork. Up next, guys, Space Gangaridai. Space Gang Die. Current market price going to be about $2.60. Looking over here, though, it's actually about $6 for unlimited. First edition is going to be roughly around $16. Only one left in the market. So it's going up, obviously, because of the trains of the set that is Legendary Duelist System of Rose. Unfortunately, we haven't seen it done anything, so I don't know if this is good enough. It requires 2 level 10 monsters. Detach one, target monster your opponent controls, destroy it, then inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. That's all it does. 3,400 attack though, so it's a pretty beefy monster. Nevertheless, I don't know if it's good enough. Up next, guys, True King This card is roughly around $3. Looking over here from the original version, which came out in Dark Illusions, it's showing to be roughly about $3. This card's a pretty good card, and it can be used with the new Salamangreats. Looking at the other version from the Mega Packs, they're kind of, you know, the same. The Mega Pack versions are roughly around $3, as well as the Dark Illusion version, which is roughly around $3. The reason is because nobody's telling you this, but I am now, so now you have nobody to blame but yourself if you don't buy these cards. This card might be used in Salamangreat. It destroys 2 fire monsters in your hand, up to, it's 1 fire monster, I believe. It's 2 card monsters in your hand or field, including a 5 monster. And if you do, when you special summon this card, you can banish 1 monster from your opponent's field or graveyard. 2,900 attack, by the way. Pretty good card. Next, another card that can be used in Salamangreat is Brotherhood the Fire Fist Horse Prince. It's just, if you use like Red Resonator, you can go into this card. One fire tune and 1 or more non-tunes. When this card is single summon, you can special summon 1 level 3 or lower fire monster from your deck. After you single summon, you cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters for the rest of the turn. That's the only kind of like thing about it, but you know, Salamangreat, you're gonna link, so sure. Current market price is about $3.50. The price point of this card is roughly around $5 to $6 almost for this card. You just need 1, so hopefully you have it. It only came out in Cosmo Blazers. I felt like this card got reprinted. Didn't it get a reprint, or is it only Cosmo Blazers? Only Cosmo Blazers. Yeah, you're gonna want to get one of these just to hold. Why not? Next, Malay of the Trees. Now, I don't know if plants are going to be doing anything in the meta because we're getting them so late in the game. But if plants do anything in the meta, this might be a card you might consider. It only came out in 2014 Megatins. It's like 50 cents. And the original print came out in Shadow Spectres, which is like $1. It's not that big of an investment. It requires 2 level 3 Earth monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 1 card and then activate one of these effects. Send a plant monster from your deck to the graveyard, or target a plant monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. It's not a bad card and it can help promote links. I think I have 2 original prints and like a couple of the tin ones. This is a good card to hold. Up next, Drill and Lockbird. So someone asked me in a live stream that I did the other day about Drill and Lockbird. And is Drill and Lockbird a good enough card? OTS 20 Pack 8 Drill and Lockbird, is it good enough to get up now, or should you wait? Well, it's really hard to look. It's really hard when you think about it, because besides the German Ultimate, which is $45, which isn't bad actually, and a couple of unlimiteds, Drill and Lockbird, as we see over here, can quickly hit up to $54. And it doesn't take that long. The $54 is where the playset stands, and there's a bunch of single ones, but Drill and Lockbird is slowly going up in value. I said it was going to go up in value because I think it's going to have its time in meta again. And when it shows any kind of relevance in the meta, it spikes high in value. I made a good correlation the other day about hand traps in OTS packs like Ghost Ogre, and how it went up to $70-something when it showed a little bit of relevance. Well, that's what's going to happen to Drill and Lockbird. It's going to go high in value. Even though it just recently came out on OTS 20 Pack 8, it can still go high in value. Market price showing this to be about $41. I don't remember it being that low, but nevertheless, it's high in value right now. It's going to continue to rise, especially when OTS 8 becomes more harder and harder to find. Next, guys, Artifact Sanctum. This card's going higher in value just in general. Look at the market price. It's only about, what, 60 altogether? Let me refresh the page because it keeps getting bought out faster and faster. Primal Origins, we'll look at the original print, then we'll talk about Secret Rares. Original print has a market price of about $2. Looking at it, though, we're seeing a first edition Lightly Played about $2.88, so roughly around $3 for any version of it. If you guys want a near mint version for some weird reason, a near mint version is almost near $4. Now, that's for the Ultra Rare. For the Secret Rare, it's almost about the same price. Look at the market price, it's about almost $3. And then you look at the near mint, it's almost about $3. Literally, almost about $3. There's not many walls, though, I noticed. There used to be a lot of walls on page 1 with anything that was from this Battles of Light set, because it was so loved and so bought. Well, it's not the case anymore. There's a lot of it has been bought out on page 1, and you can see over here in page 2. Going to page 3, is there any walls? There's a 6 wall, there's a 4 wall. We get a 4 wall at this point because we need some walls, and that's pretty much it. Artifact Sanctum was slowly being bought out, and even worse than that, Artifact Psi is just about all bought out. We have 6 prices for the Primal Origin Super Rare. Unlimited, it's about $10, where first edition Lightly Played is about $18. The Primal Origins Ultra Rare, it's roughly around $12 to $15. And the 2015 Megatin one, yeah, there's only one over here for $20. Artifact Psi. Now looking at YCS, you know, where was it at again? It was in Melbourne. Oh no, thank you, commentator. It was in Sydney, Australia. How could I ever forget? YCS, how could I forget Sydney, Australia? Yu-Gi-Oh event. She didn't show how much going on with artifacts. Definitely wasn't shown in the top tables as far as the end, and as far as the finals. But it showed some relevance, but not enough to maintain a high price point. I think it's a good time to sell Artifact Psi. I would highly recommend it. Next, guys, Spellbook of Judgment. Now I know I talked about this card in the past, and it used to be like $1. In fact, looking at the 2014 Megatins, it's still $1. Let's look at Lord Tachyon Galaxy Spellbook of Judgment. You know, the original print. Original print version of the card, Lightly Played, is $2. Then there's a first edition Lightly Played, that's $3.45. Now that's one of them. After that one has been sold, the next version, that's first edition, is $4. After that one's sold, remember that's only 2 of them? Yeah, it's gonna hit about that price. $3.60 plus $3 shipping, so almost about $7 for this card. A card that's currently banned. Why? Well, one, because some Yu-Gi-Oh players probably bought it, put it aside. 2 is because there's not many, because Lord Tachyon Galaxy hasn't been out for a while. So, with a limited amount of cards, being sold in the market, prices go up. Up next, guys, Chaos Dragon Levianeer. This card's going higher and higher in the market. Market price is going to be about $7.50, and looking at first edition version, it's actually $11. Unlimited Lightly Played about $10. This card's about $6 to $8 roughly, because it was decent, but we had BLS, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh players are going back to this. So, yeah, Chaos Dragon Levianeer is going higher in value. It's not a terrible card, don't get me wrong. I just think BLS is better. It is what it is. Next, Torghrath from the Underworld. This card was $90 early today. $90 for Torghrath of the Underworld. Market price shouldn't be about $53 because it was always stabilizing roughly around the $50 price point. We're seeing it currently around $85. So Torghast on the Underworld is getting on the market, and since it's getting on the market, the price of Torghast of the Underworld, Torghast from the Underworld, is going lower in value. But unfortunately, it's not going lower in value fast enough, and still at a high value for the high rarity version. So if you want Torghast from the Underworld, your probably best bet is the ultra rare, which is roughly $1. You can get the secret rare. It's starting to go high in value as well, as you can see over here. It's roughly by about $16, a little bit higher than its market price because people have been chewing at this. First edition Light Plate is about $19 for that version, and for a near mint version, you're gonna be paying about $30 for a secret rare Torghast from the Underworld. There's the battle pack. I wouldn't recommend that. It's crappy. I would recommend the Dual Saga version, which is like $1.30. Up next, Rescue Ferret. Now here's the weird thing. 2018 Megatons, best selling. That means the best selling. We're selling the most. Obviously, we know Pendulums is a deck that's being played. We know Yu-Gi-Oh players are buying into Pendulums, and that's why we're seeing Mythical Beast Master Cerebus rise a little bit higher in its value. It looks a bit low in the market price, but it's overall risen. Its card used to be literally 90 cents, and it's risen to $1.46. It has been bought. Blah. But looking at Rescue Ferret, it's the highest best-selling card in the 2018 Mega Packs. That says something. That says something a lot to me. Mech Knights are over here as well. There's obviously being bought out. And Ultra Guys most likely are going to be bought out, especially now because it's just one YCS. Was it Burbank? Was it YCS Tokyo? Who cares about the location? The YCS. Quick Launch is also being bought as well because Yu-Gi-Oh players are expecting for Guard Dragons to use rockets, which are currently being played in the OCG, which is not a bad idea. I actually got to get myself some of these because, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Moving forward, guys, looking at the Rescue Ferret, though, the original from Rescue Ferret, it's 50 cents. It's down from its 98 cents market price. And, yeah, literally, in first edition in mint, 50 cents. After that, it's like 83 cents for Rescue Ferret. You should probably get some of these. Could be used with Cherry Beanie. They come out as a common, but nobody wants a common. If they come out in 2018, people might want this one, but people definitely want the original print first edition version, which is dirt cheap right now. Moving forward, Shaddoll Construct. So when the Banlist happens, inevitably, and Shaddoll inevitably comes off the Banlist here in the TCG, even at 1, Construct's going to be doing some pretty dumb things. Currently, Construct's price for Ultimate Rare, market price showing to be about $28. Unlimited Mint is $29. First edition Light Played is $30. There's only one. Going over to page 2, where's the next Light You Played? It's $48, and then for near mint, it's hitting about $49. So, for Ulti Constructs, just about sold out for the most part, unless you want to spend a lot of money on a card that may or may not come off the ban list. Now, looking at the Duelist Alliance Shaddoll Constructs, well, they're about 8s. Market price showing to be about $9. First edition near mint, oh, $9. They're up from literally a couple days ago. They're about $9. Hey, you got the Megaton ones? No big deal. It's almost $9 itself. It's crazy how fast this card's been moving. This card is literally a banned card, but due to the hype alone is why the price is moving higher. Little fun fact that I'm going to be doing, guys, when this card comes to the ban list, I'm going to be selling this card. I don't want to touch this card. I love the card. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Shaddolls can do what they used to do. I wish they could, but I don't think they can with the current meta. With that said, when the card comes off the ban list, it'll go high in value off the market because everybody will be wanting it. And that's the time you sell Shaddolls. The most money you'll get is right at that moment. I'll do a market watch about it. Don't worry about it. Just as long as you stay subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, and let me know what you think by commenting. I'm going to tell you when I'm going to sell, and you should too. Harpy's Feather Duster. So I posted a picture in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch Facebook group. Links below if you guys want to join in, by the way. About a couple of Harpy Feather Dusters I found in a random deck box just filled with cards. And I was like, hey guys, you got your Harpy Feather Dusters? Because in Japan they have it at 1. We could get it at 1. Lols. This is the best version, by the way. There's another version that's $300, but that's stupid if you play in your deck because you're just declining value by playing a card that high. That high. It just makes no sense to me. But look at the market price. It's $11.66. This card should be $9. I had to go to page 3 to actually find a version of the card like you played, which is about $12. And there's only 2 of them at that point. Next comes up around 12.5. Going to the next page because there's only ones. The next guy already has it for almost near 13, and after that point, the card price is roughly 13. So $12 to $13 for this version of Harpy's Feather Duster. If you are looking at your Harpy's Feather Duster and you don't have this version and you want the best version, this version. Unless you're willing to spend roughly around, let's say $300, $300 to. Hold on a second. I want to find some near. They have a near mint one, right? $300 to $1,200 for a PSA graded 10 version of this card. That is insanely stupid if you play this card. I'm not even joking. If you play this card super rare in your Yu-Gi-Oh deck, you are literally declining value in a collector's card. That's just That's why I don't like take out and show my Crystal Beast cards, because I have it max rarity, and at this point it's so max rarity it's at collector's value, and it's a waste to actually play with those cards because you would decline the value of the cards as you play with them. Up next, guys, is Orchestrated Return. Now, the reason why this card went up in value, and I'll show you the values real quickly. Market price is going to be about $783, unlimited about $775, and first edition is going to be hitting roughly around $850. After those 5 are gone, it'll be roughly around $8 to $9 for Orchestrated Return. The reason why it's so high in value, because we saw in the OCG Banlist the fact that strikers, even though heavily hit, just teamed up with Orchestrated and became a deck again. That's literally the reason why. Now, we don't know if this card's going to be playable here in TCG. This is high prices, 100% high prices. The reason is simple. If the TCG happens and we get our Banlist and strikers get the first version of the Sky Striker Banlist, what with Engage going to 2 and multi-roll going to 2, yeah, the deck's still playable. If we get the OCG hit where it engages at 1, multi-rolls at 1, Kagari's at 1, or something around that. I know I'm messing this up, but around that still. If we got that version of the hit, then yes, this will show some viability. This is a great Megaton reprint, but not only is it a great Megaton reprint, we don't know if this value is going to remain within the next week. If we don't know by the time the Banlist comes and strikers are lightly touched, I don't think this will go. If strikers are lightly touched, this is going to decline in value. So you can do whatever you want to do with this card. I would just sell it if I was you. It'll probably hit $10. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna sell it. Last card I'll talk about is Wabaku from DT3. So I made a comment in my last video. I think it was my video before that, about people that hit me up all the time asking, going, V, what's the hidden tech? What's the hidden spice, V? What is it, V? What is the hidden sauce? I don't have it. I just talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I grab cards on here and I go, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll talk about that in my video today. By the way, when I'm not recording, I'm just looking at Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I just like looking at Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like thinking about them, what they used to be value-wise and playable-wise, and what decks, what they are currently, and where in the future. You know, making fun guesses and speculations. That's all I do. It's the same as a guy at your locals, at the locals, is babbling about cards. That's what I do in video form. I just love doing it. And evidently, I do it pretty good because a lot of cards I say go up in value. Just good luck, I guess. Anyway, every time someone asks me about that, I made a joke about saying, from now on, I'm going to say Wabaku from DT3. Why? I don't know why, because it's funny to me. It literally is funny to me. Well, DT3 Wabaku has been bought out on, I think it was on 2 pages or 3 pages. It's getting bought out. Don't buy this card. No, I'm serious. Don't buy this card. I can't make a joke of a card that's bought out. Don't buy DT Wabaku 3. DT3 Wabaku. I need this card to make it funny. When it's bought out, you take the funny away. Leave it like it is, or else I'll have to change the card, and then I'll get yelled at by the rest of the community. That's a bunch of trolls in a Facebook group named Zodiac Duelist complaining about Wabaku being bought out and asking why. It's a funny joke. Anyway, guys, it's your boy B. It's your boy V. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Hit the like button and also hit the notification. YouTube has a weird thing in which you're not alerted to when I do these videos unless you hit the notification. Also, comment below. Let me know what you think, guys, about any of these cards or about cards I didn't talk about in this video, of cards you would like me to talk about in the next video. Once again, please make sure to comment below and have a good day.